All right. Sitting here with Coach Will Healy after the huge Marshall win last week. Overcame adversity, down heading into the fourth quarter, pouring down rain. Talk about what that win meant to the team.
Yeah, it was a big win, especially with all the things last week that, were going on from the outside perspective. Biggest game in school history. Obviously, Brad Lambert coming back, senior day, weather, a lot of different things that I was worried about would be distractions that I thought our guys handled really well and stuck together, and we were able to find a way to win against, a team that was playing for a conference championship and will be again this week. So, for us to be able to overcome some of the mistakes we had, a block punt for a touchdown, 3 turnovers, and create some of our own and play as well as we did defensively, I think is a big you got to give a lot of credit to those defensive coaches and players for sticking with it and continuing to get better week in and week out, and they were a huge reason why we won that football game.
So with that win, you now have successfully, no matter what, had the winningest season in Charlotte history. Did you expect that when you first took the job in November?
It's been a crazy year in that I think at 2-1 you expected it, and then I think you lose 4 in a row, and you're saying we just got to find a way to win another one. How do we find a win anywhere on the schedule? And you looked and you had North Texas and Middle Tennessee, and you had to go to UTEP, which is a really difficult trip, Marshall and Old Dominion, and so you're saying, my goodness, where does the break come? And so I think your expectations kind of changed throughout the year, and then we were able to get in a groove, and the winning has become contagious, and so hopefully we'll be able to keep that going this week.
So we started this podcast just over a year ago now, and it might have been the 6th episode or so, was right after you were hired to be the head coach. And I went back this week and listened to it after we achieved that huge monumental goal of being bowl eligible. And the things I heard, themes that we were talking about from your press conference and just your history was expect to see an explosive offense, run first, but really look to put points on the board. And then the goal that we predicted, I'm not going to say we did it first, but maybe we did it first, was get to a bowl game this year. And so far it looks like everything that you laid out that you wanted to do when you first came here has come to fruition, or is at least we're on the journey to doing it. How important is that to you?
Yeah, I mean, very important. And I think you set a standard and an expectation that, now I hope it changes to how do we find ways to win a conference championship versus just, winning bowl games. And, you win a conference championship and the bowl game takes care of itself, and then you have a goal of winning a bowl game. So the process never stops. I think that the way our guys have handled the ups and downs of this season, continuing to win games, bouncing back from, a series of losses there is some, that's some things that you can continue to build a program around, and things I'm really proud of. I think the slump we had in the middle is what has made the success at the end that much sweeter. And you've been through a lot as a team already that you can go back and kind of bring some of those situations back. Whether it's being down 14 at the half. We've done that twice at UTEP in North Texas, or jumping out early on somebody against Western Kentucky, or starting fast in a game against UMass, or finding ways to win the game late, North Texas and Marshall. So a lot of different experiences we've had in 11 games that I think you can continue to draw on.
So Club Lit has kind of become a phenomenon. Has that, helped you with recruiting, and have you seen with basketball, I know when we beat Wake Forest, there was rumors that Coach Sanchez was going to take off his shirt at some point, trying to be like you. How do you feel about that?
I promise you that he's a lot more yoked up and fit than I am, so I would take my shirt off in my office if I was him. Yes, Club Lit's been really good. I mean, it's created a buzz. And what you're going to do is some people are going to love it and some people are going to hate it, but our players love it, and that's what matters. And so it's been able to create some national notoriety, and people are wanting to talk about it. Recruits see it. I think making Charlotte cool was important to us, creating a buzz not only in the city but nationally. And finding ways to be creative and be different, and I think Club Lit has done all of those things. It's something that our players look forward to after every win, and I think it motivates them during the week.
Not only is the program getting national notoriety, but you yourself as a personality are getting a lot more attention than you probably have in the past. Is that a new and exciting thing for you, having all of the national media outlets call you up and want to talk to you? And how have you dealt with that along with planning for games and things?
Well, I mean, I think for me, any opportunity that any of us are talked about nationally, it's really good for our program. So Club Lit has probably gotten us on some of these, shows and has had the ESPNs of the world and the Jim Romes of the world and people like that want to talk to you about it. So it's a chance for me to talk about what we do in our program. It's a chance for us to continue to grow our brand. And, as far as, the way I am, I'm still, 19 and 26 as a head coach. I don't have it figured out. And so it hasn't been anything for me that it's been what I hoped would happen, but it hasn't been something that's changed who I am, what I do. And, it's just a couple more phone calls during the day. But it's been great to share our story and to get that out there.
In a storybook game last week, downpouring rain, become bowl eligible was a great way to send the seniors out at senior night, but we still have one more game on the books. What's your message to the team this week to keep them focused on Old Dominion coming up?
Well, I think we learned a really valuable lesson on the road at UTEP is that anybody in this league can beat you each and every week, and they can dominate you each and every week. It's not just find creative ways to beat you. We showed it last week. We were the underdog playing a team that, had won 5 in a row, and if you don't bring it each and every week, you'll get beat. And for me, it's continuing the process. It's continuing to make sure that the things that have made us successful over the last 4 weeks that we don't lose sight of. And it's making sure that these guys stay locked in and focused, even though it's a little bit of a different week with Thanksgiving and a road trip. It's tough to win games on the road in this league. We hadn't had a whole lot of success doing that. So we need to have a chip on our shoulder and go out and play our best game Saturday.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to going bowling and talking to you after that, too.
Glad to do it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks.